John Loredo, as you know, is a state rep here in Arizona. He's a great progressive voice for change. I'd like to bring him back up because John is going to be this segue as we turn our attention now to you in Arizona and talk about the things that are going on here in the state. John Loredo.
Thank you all very much. I want to just take a couple of minutes to talk about Arizona in particular and the role that ALEC plays. It's always been a part of the fabric of politics at the Capitol, although it really hasn't been exposed the way that we're exposing it now. For years and years and years, when I started in 1997 at the Capitol, ALEC was there. ALEC was a big-time player there. The difference is nobody knew what ALEC was. It was just some shadowy group that did model legislation. I would always tell my staff, yeah, you know, make sure you get the ALEC bills, and they would always respond, well, we can't get the ALEC bills. Nobody knows how to get through to this group. They don't post them online. You know, we don't get to see them until they're actually dropped in the hopper at the Capitol. So it wouldn't really give us a whole lot of time to respond to this type of thing. But I gotta tell you, looking back over the years at many of the most infamous bills that we have at the state capitol, whether they be anti-immigration issues, whether they be anti-labor issues.
Hey, what's this? Stand quo! What's this? Billionaires! Billionaires! They're not the 1%!
It's the 1%.
Concerned with the plight of the common people, that's why we call you communists. We demand equal time. We represent the poor, oppressed white male, the rich white male, and the poor, oppressed white female. My name is David H. Kokor. K-O-C-H-H-O-A-R-E. My mother is from an old family, the Hoare family of K Street, Northwest. As you know, the Hoares have been on K Street for a long time. I'm the illegitimate son of my illegitimate father, David H. Koch, and I'm here to defend his honor from all you communists. And, we, the Billionaires for Wealth Care, formerly the Billionaires for Bush. Next will be the Billionaires for Gingrich, or whoever. A couple weeks ago, we were the lobbyists for Pierce on the Ball field. We were there to greet Mitt Romney at the Tempe Center for the Arts when he came in. We don't carry small amounts of cash, so we didn't have the $2,500 on us to go in and see him. But we just want to give you the message to leave politics to the elites, because we know what's best. And if you stay out of it, then don't get involved in dirty politics. Let us make the decisions. Whatever you do, don't vote. And if you think that anarchy is something that's very romantic and cool, please go that way. Pick fights with the police. We like that because it makes you look bad and it makes us look good. We appreciate that. My good friend, Mr. Benjamin, did you want to say a few words?
My name is Benjamin Lust. I love coming out to these events and just being with the common folk and just getting to rub elbows with y'all. So
you're not a communist, are you?
Oh no.
Oh.
No. So, anyways, we don't want to take up too much of your time. We appreciate you all coming out and giving us the support. And we've got a few more politicians we got to sign up and pay off, you know, later on this month. But anyways,
you know, I don't think you look like Charles Koch. You kind of talk like him.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't prepare a speech. I'm sorry.
Support the prison industrial complex.
Wait a minute. How does Arizona feel about this?
We want to privatize everything.
We don't public schools. We want you stupid.
Privatize everything, including the legislature.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait, it's too late. I bought it already.
And we want to do away with Arizona clean elections, too. We want the Chamber of Commerce to decide who gets funded and who doesn't. We can't leave that in the hands of the citizens because they can't be trusted to make the right decision.
Hey, John Loredo! John Loredo, what are progressives going to do about this?
Why am I always the one who gets interrupted by these guys? Every event.
He's too polite to hit us.
Yeah. Right, well, thank you all for coming. I'm sure there's a dinner or something that you're sponsoring for all of the Republican legislators.
Yes, we'll be passing out greenbacks in the back. So.
Very good.
Thank you all.
Thank you all. Everyone always wonders who the 1% is. They're there. So as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted. Politely interrupted. Okay, Mr. Kokor. Thank you, Mr. Kokor, for stopping by tonight. Look, Alec's influence is it is extreme. But you have to remember one thing: when you look at Arizona's legislators and you hear them speak in public, if that's what you want to call it. You hear them talk on the floor of the House and the Senate, and you wonder, how did these people get elected?
Right?
Who's electing these people? Because clearly they are not the sharpest knives in the drawer here. They're just not. These people are just not bright people. But I got to tell you something. They don't have to be. And as a matter of fact, if you're Alec and you're the corporate folks, do you want somebody who's smart and is going to think for themselves? You want somebody who's going to do what they're told. And the person that you look to do that is somebody who honestly believes all the lobbyists, when the lobbyists tell them how spectacular and smart they are, and how important they are. Right? Because some people just eat that up because they've never been in a position where anybody's told them that before. But they get to the Capitol, and suddenly I'm the smartest guy in the room, and all the lobbyists tell me so. Right? And I'm important because they treat me like I'm important. Look, all they do is get the model legislation handed to them, which is in the report, the Arizona report. It gives you a side-by-side comparison of the model legislation and the legislation that's pushed here in Arizona. And you will see that in many cases they are identical, and in many cases there's just a few changes so that it fits within Arizona statute. This is it's a manipulation on these corporations' part, but we'll use my favorite example. You may remember him, probably not. Former President of the Senate, Russell Pierce.
History!
Former president. So Russell, a lot of people look at 1070 and they look at the connections to Alec because 1070 is now a model bill that Alec pushes out. You have the chair of the committee, the Public Safety Committee, that recommended that 1070 be a model bill that they push out all over the country. But look, Russell Pierce was buddy-buddy with the private prison folks for years. Russell Pierce got elected the session after I did. So I was there for 2 years. Russell Pierce came in my 3rd year. Russell Pierce and the private prison industry have been connected at the hip for years. They have been trying to expand private prisons for a very long time, but nobody understood why. Nobody understood what the connections were. 1070 was just one mechanism that they've used to try to expand private prisons, to try to push tax dollars into private corporations' pockets. As it is right now, CCA, Corrections Corporation of America, right now they have a contract with Arizona. They are literally making upwards of $400 million a month in Arizona taxpayers' dollars to run their private prisons. And that is a key example of what this game with ALEC is all about. It's about private corporations manipulating and buying public policy so that they can get rich off of it. That's what it is. And everybody else is just along for the ride in Arizona. Now it's going to stop. We knocked off the king of the hill. We knocked off Russell Pierce. One of the biggest issues in that campaign was money in politics. It was his ties to lobbyists. It was the special interest money that he took. And it was the Fiesta Bowl scandal. That's one of the biggest issues that caused Republican voters to knock him off. It doesn't matter if it's Occupy Phoenix. It doesn't matter if it's a Tea Party rally. If you get past all the yelling and shouting, the narrative is the same. It's the same. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle people are on. The narrative is the same. People are upset. They're tired of corporations owning politics. They're tired of corruption. They're tired of Wall Street. They're tired of the banks. Everybody's tired of the same things. It's just that everybody blames somebody different for all of this. Now it's our job to expose the details of what politicians being bought by what corporation. That's why we're here. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to do it just in time for the next election in November.